Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now today's video is the mum's tag. I've been watching this video ages with kind of different YouTube people, and I thought I would just jump in on the tag because I really do love these kind of videos and you guys can get to know me a little bit better. So I will be glancing at my notepad. So two people have asked me where I had this from. I had it from Home Bargains around Mother's Day, so I'm not sure if this is still going to be there. So let's get straight into it. So first question is how old were you when you had your first child? I got pregnant when I was 21 and I had my eldest daughter when I was 22. The second question, what was the hardest thing about being pregnant? With Ruby, I had a really easy pregnancy. The only thing I had was a bit of heartburn. With Tilly and Belle, I had heartburn as well, but I also had SPD. So with my hips, it was really painful. I still suffer with pains in my hips now, but that was the hardest part, was dealing with the SPD in the last two pregnancies. So the third question is, can you think of any good things you enjoyed during those 9 months? There is so many things. I liked seeing the baby on the screen for the first time, feeling the first kicks, the hiccups, the somersaults, just like seeing the baby on the screen, hearing the baby's heartbeat. A thing that I also did like was when I was pregnant with Tilly, was Ruby loved looking at my belly, hugging it. And when I was pregnant with Belle, it was Ruby and Tilly, so I liked that they were bonding with their sister even though she was in my belly. So number 4, in your opinion, were all the things you heard about childbirth accurate or way off? I think every person answers this different. Different people answer it different ways. But for me, I've got quite a high pain threshold, so I can deal with a lot of things. It doesn't bother me. So for me, I would say it was painful, but it was manageable as well. The only thing people didn't really talk about was the ring of fire. You guys should know. If you don't, the ring of fire is basically when the baby heads come out. That's the only thing I was not expecting. I wasn't prepared for, because my midwife, I had the same midwife for 3 pregnancies, and my midwife was quite amazed at how calm and how thin I was through all the pregnancies. But the only thing that I found that was way off was the ring of fire. But the only reason being is because you do forget the pain once the baby's born. But I think in some aspects it was way off, because that was my personal opinion, just because I dealt with pain different to other people. 5, would you handle childbirth differently if you could redo it? Probably not. I probably would do the same, because my labours was really easy with all 3 kids. They were really, really super easy. So I am very lucky on that aspect. But I don't think I would. The only thing I would do differently is I would love to have had the baby's dad with me, but that never happened. But I doubt it. Number 6 is, what would be your advice for someone about to have a baby? Listen to your body. Just listen to your body. Your body will tell you when to push, when not to push. Just follow your body's lead. And just always listen to it. Because when I had Ruby, I tore really badly. And the only reason that was because my body was telling me not to push and I was still pushing. So I tore quite badly. So that would only be my only advice. 7, what has been the hardest thing about being a mum? Is the lack of sleep. Whether you're doing it on your own or you're with somebody, the lack of sleep does get you. You learn a new form of tiredness. It used to make me laugh, because before I would have like 9 hours sleep and I'd be like, I'm absolutely knackered. Well, it's like now I can have 9 hours sleep and I'm like, I can't function because I've had too much sleep. My body is so used now to having between 4 and 6 hours. Number 8 is, what has been the most rewarding part of being a mum? Now for me, everything has been a rewarding. Okay, number 8 is what has been the most rewarding part of being a mum. For me, everything. When they give you cuddles, when they say I love you. But the biggest thing for me is like when teachers or health professionals say, oh, your daughter or your son is really nice in school, or when they give you kind of the nice stories then of your child, that really does make me feel proud, and I'm like, I'm doing good. 9, what's the most surprising thing you discovered about being a mum? How much patience I got. I never had much patience before, but having 3 young kids and 3 girls is definitely taught me a lot of patience, that I can function off less sleep. I always treasure my cups of tea or coffee because they always go cold. I wouldn't change it for the world. Number 10, what is your best memory involving your children or child? For me, the best memory I could possibly have is not long after Belle was born and seeing Ruby and Tilly being like a second mummy to Belle. And they were being kind, gentle, just loving. That was my best thing. There's been so many different memories, but that one stands up above all else. Number 11, what is the most exciting milestone? I love the first smile, the first noise, the first laugh. I just love it because you wait for it for so much, and when it comes, it's like, oh my god. I love all milestones, but I do love the first smile and the first talking. Number 12, what is the worst thing your child has done? I can't actually pinpoint any particular worst habit because Ruby and Tilly has got a lot of strange little habits that they will grow out of. Ruby and Tilly are the same, but basically whinging, but Tilly is a lot worse, and her temper tantrums are a lot worse. Terrible twos is worse than the second child, guys. That's what I'm finding out. Number 13, what habit do you wish your child didn't have? This ties in with the question I just done before, and that is Tilly with the whinging, because she whinges from morning to night, and it could be over the silliest little thing. It is just a phase, so I'm trying not to kind of pay too much attention to the whinging. 14, what habits of theirs make you proud? How kind, thoughtful, helpful they are to each other and to me and different family members. 15, do you share any similarities with your child, both physically and personality? My 3 children do all look like me. They've got like little tidbits of their dad, but 99% of them look like me. Personality wise, yes. They're talkative, they're loud, and they are just absolutely bonkers. They are like me in every which way and form. Number 16, where would you like to see your child in 10 years? Now, Ruby is going to be 14, Tilly's going to be 12, and Bella's going to be 10. Is that right, guys? just let me know down below if my maths is right. I would just want them to be confident in themselves, to be hardworking, to achieve well, have dreams. I just want them to be happy and content with their life and just aiming for the stars. Because whatever they want to do, I will follow them. And I just want them to aim, like I said, aim for the stars and just go for it. 17, what is something that having a child has taught you? Patience. I never understood when people say how much you can love a child until I had my children. You can, and trying to split yourself into so many different directions. When you've got one child, it's obviously easy. The more children you get, it is harder to try and find the right balance between each child. But that just comes naturally, I think. I think that's just part of the mothering instinct. 18. Did you imagine you would be a mum at the age you did become? No. Like I said, my first child, I was 22 when she was born. I honestly wanted to get a good career build good credit, have my own home and be completely settled before I have my children. But I don't regret having them this young. They've made me the person I am today. So I don't regret it, but that was my goal as I was growing up, was I wanted to get financially stable before I had children. 19. Describe your child in a single sentence. I can describe all 3 children in a single sentence. They are wacky, beautiful and loving children. They have got so many different personalities and different ways of expressing themselves, but I just love them. And the final question, have you changed as a person since becoming a mum? Definitely. I don't think of myself anymore, I think of my kids. All my money goes on the kids, and I kind of wear tatty clothes because I choose to spend on my children. And again, I've learned patience. I can function on very little sleep, and I just really wouldn't change this whole thing for anything, and that is a good thing. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that mum tag. I thought it was like a little fun video to do for you guys, so you can get to know a little bit more about me. If you guys would like me to kind of talk about the labour and delivery for the 3 girls, then give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment, and I will make them if that's what you want to see. I haven't got any footage because I never actually filmed their labours because it happened really quickly, but I will tell you the stories about it because I can still remember it like it was yesterday. Tag me if you've done any videos so I can watch your videos, and I will see you guys soon.